My name is Shaquana, and this is my dark room experience.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed.
Action. I have known the Lord all my life. I was born into a God-fearing home. I was raised in the Church of God in Christ. I remember my mom early Sunday mornings, us getting ready for Sunday school. We were pretty much in church all day Sunday, sun up to sundown. And when I was younger, church seemed like it didn't end until midnight, probably. It was late nights. So yeah, pretty much all my life. My mom was definitely the biggest influence on my walk with Christ. It is the biggest gift that she gave me, the love for Christ, who He is, who she taught me that He is. It's helped me so much in my life, as a woman, as a mom now, as a sister now, as a friend now. As a young girl, I didn't understand a lot of things about Christ. But now that I'm growing in Him and getting to know Him for myself, I have to say that yes, she is the biggest influence on my life in that area as I walk with Christ today. While I was younger, I didn't quite understand what it meant to connect to God. I remember routine prayers. I remember my mom teaching me to pray, or I would actually watch her pray. Every morning, I would wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. I would go in the bathroom, and she was on her knees on the toilet, and she was praying. She was crying, and every morning, I would just go back in my room. I'll be like, oh, she's at it again. She's at it again. Mom's at it again. But there wasn't a day that I walked in there and she wasn't doing that. And I still remember that. I remember it now. And it's actually one of my favorite places to pray now, today. I pray for my family, pray for my husband, pray for my children, their well-being, that they will come to know the Lord like I did. Even though I didn't understand it when I was young, it's my prayer that they will one day. The day that I lost my mom, well, I won't say lost, but the day that she went on to glory, I know that was the day my life changed forever. It was the day that I found and knew the Lord for myself. I knew of His existence. I knew He was real. I felt Him. He spoke to me. I remember driving home from the hospital, and I just felt like I was dying. After leaving her, seeing her take her last breath, I felt like I was being buried alive. That's how I felt. It felt like my my breath was just going to be gone forever at any minute. I remember crying hysterically in the car and taking short breaths because it felt like I was dying. And I was crying, and I felt like I was losing my mind. And I remember crying out to the Lord because at that point, I didn't have anybody else to cry out to. But I remember saying, wow, who am I going to talk to now? Who do I have now? I have no one. I can't call my mom. Yeah, I have my husband, but I don't have anyone who will understand me anymore. No one who will love me unconditionally anymore. No one who will pray for me anymore. And I remember the Lord speaking to me clear as day. I remember his voice. It was so sweet. And he said to me, I'm the one. I am the one. I'm the one that you need to call on. I am the one that you need. I'm the one. I've been here the whole time. So yeah, I gave you your mom for a little while, just for a little while. But it was me the whole time that was holding you, that you were depending on. It was me and her. Here we are. Hello, Shaquana. Hi, Shaquana. Nice to meet you. So from that day on, I knew God was real. And I thanked him for loving on me, for comforting me in that moment. Especially knowing that I was a bratty kid. I felt humbled in that moment. I felt loved even more than my earthly father, who had spoiled me the most. I never felt a love like I did that day. It definitely opened some doors. It put me in a space where I was more willing to listen to the voice of God. I wanted more of him. I wanted to feel his presence again in that way. I know he's always there, but that day was amazing. It was special. And I think before then, I know for sure that if the Lord wouldn't have taken my mom, I never would have been the woman that I am today. Something my mom told me every day of my life that I would just, oh my gosh, when my mom would say this, it would just send me to a place where I was just so, I would get burning upset. And she would say, keep living, keep living. And I would say, oh, Mom, what does that even mean? Keep living. But I did just that. After all the years without her, I kept living, kept dealing with hurt, dealing with pain, dealing with doubt, dealing with so many things that the enemy can throw at you. And when you really don't have a choice but to trust in the Lord, it will definitely humble you. You will definitely change your mind, or you would at least want to seek Him more, you'll want to know just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Keep living.